is it. One last race to go all in.
A lot on the line tonight.
These drivers either play their hand or lose their chance at a championship. Lady Luck is watching, beckoning the final round. A hand that will define the 2011 season, sending you straight into the chase or to the back of the pack.
Nobody willing to give an inch.
We'll see if the elites rise to the top.
Working a bad hand into a winner takes focus and nerve.
We're going to run this bad. It really doesn't matter whether we make the chase or not.
And before you know it, you're on a roll.
Tony Stewart putting on a clinic for the rest of the drivers here.
Stakes are high. You better be sure you know why you're playing at this table.
Junior again trying to hunt his way.
Junior Nation is on its feet.
Early in the game, wins can come easy.
Denny Hamlin scores his first win of the year.
But if you've got nothing to play for, you may as well pack it up and go home.
So frustrating. We're done.
All the long shots are still in the game. Their chips may be down, but their hopes are high.
Right now, it's down to just plain hard-nosed racing.
Who will fold? Who will let it ride? And who will walk away with Lady Luck right by their side? Richmond. NASCAR. The chase. It's time to deal.
It's where everybody earns their money.
How will it unfold? What will be the stories they'll be writing about for the papers tomorrow at the end of this night? Who's going to win the race? And will Tony Stewart and Dale Earnhardt Jr. hang on to those spots in the chase they enter this race holding on to? This on Stewart's Radio.
Look, guys, we'll just do what we've been doing. We got a car that's good enough to do it on our own. We don't have to worry about what everybody else does tonight. We'll just do our own thing. We can do this all night long, 400 laps of it. We can do it.
Stewart getting ready to begin along with the other 42 in the field as the pace car hits pit road. How wild will it be? Who gets in? Who gets left out? And who wins at the end of 400 laps tonight in Richmond? The green flag is out. McMurray in the one, trying to wrestle the lead away from Runeman in the double O. And here comes Jimmy Johnson, looking low in the 48.
We're seeing some grip in that high lane there, even though Runeman slips back to third there. Jimmy Johnson takes second, but I think we'll see this racetrack widen out even more than what we did last night in the nationwide race.
Double wide, A.J. Allmendinger 43, Jeff Burton 31. That's for 7th and 8th places. And trouble already. Turn 4. Andy Lally in the 71 car is in the wall. Caution flag is out.
Saw Andy Lally lock the wheels up, get in turn 1 on the very first lap. I don't know what happened here, but I did see that earlier out of this car.
Lally was running 36th at the time and has had the back end of his car rearranged after some contact. Looks like Mike Bliss in the 32.
Yeah, that turn 3 is a tough spot to enter side by side at times. The car really wants to get loose there.
We've just gone back to green at Richmond. Jamie McMurray, Jimmy Johnson, 1 and 2 in the 1 and 48 cars, respectively. With Paulson or David Runeman sliding in 3rd, 33 and 5, Clint Boyer, Mark Martin racing for 4th and 5th. A few years back when trouble there, Boyer spinning around in turn 4. And trouble behind him. About a half a dozen cars going to pile up in the aftermath.
88 car's got a little damage in the front. Quite a bit, actually.
Yes, sir.
That could be radiator right there, too. This is what qualifying back in the pack can get you. Yeah, it looked like the 33 car, Boyer, was going to be able to just drive away with no damage other than that contact right there. And then, boy, did it break loose behind him.
Racing for 3rd spot at the time.
Yeah, it does look like Junior got into Matt Kenseth, and that just caused everybody. Yeah, you can see Hamlin hard into the outside wall. Be some dancing going on in this
restart right here with these fresher tires these guys have.
36 of Stephen Light also did not pit for tires. Kurt Busch was first off pit road, 3 deep into turn 1.
We didn't know that.
Harvick quickly through to second. Call by the 99 to not stop, Dave.
Bob Osborne told me they're in their fuel window. Carl did offer to come down pit road. He said, hey, we can get back up there, but Bob said, nope, just stay out. We'll see what happens.
Well, what are you saying? He can go 114 laps?
Oh. What's happened is he's lost the lead. You were jumping at?
Yeah, Stephen Light, who's out there on a little older tires too, got put in a situation, looked like he was going to be putting the wall off turn 2. Sliding back a little bit here.
So Harvick leads, Biffle second, Edwards back to third. Here's the race for fourth. David Reagan trying to get underneath Matt Kenseth, his teammate. Kurt Busch in the 22 was first off pit road, but he kind of got bottled up on that restart.
He got put in that outside groove. He thought that was going to work for him for a minute, but it was in a 3 wide situation up on the high side. Nothing you can do but just back out and go at it again. See Jeff Gordon coming on the inside, making his way forward again.
Seen the 24 car run hot and cold at various times tonight. Right now it looks a little bit hot. Solid night for Tony Stewart. 7th place right now.
He's been quiet. He's been solid. He's been not in any of the skirmishes we've had. He's just had a really good night so far.
Very clean, basically doing what he needs to do to clinch a spot in the championship. Contact there. Kenseth with a fender pushed in.
I can't believe that Keselowski didn't crash. He was turned to the right, going down the back straightaway.
A lot of that, Kyle Busch had made it 3 wide down in middle of turns 1 and 2 on the exit. Then it got a little bit on the tight side.
I'm talking about running hot. Jeff Gordon. And I don't mean overheating the engine.
Past Reagan there, got down into turn 3 a little bit hot and had to wash up the track a little bit. Gathered him back, going at him again. Sure that they told David Reagan he's probably in a situation now with all of the way this has played out that he needs to win this race if he's going to try to get himself in the chase.
Wonderful Pistachios telemetry from Kurt Busch. Jeff Gordon through to 2nd place. Carl Edwards slipped back to 3rd. Check that. 3rd place. Biffle has gotten through. My bad.
Greg Biffle's done a nice job here tonight. Getting himself in a position to possibly win, but still probably not going to be enough to get him in the chase, even if he wins the race, with Denny Hamlin able to rebound from all of his early troubles.
But after the season that Greg Biffle has had,
yeah, he's not
concerned. Take a win.
Yeah, going to victory lane would help heal a lot of wounds that they've had.
Giving it all he has, trying to chase down Kevin Harvick there. Look back through some of the front of the pack as they run. .8 of a second, Kevin Harvick to Greg Biffle. There's a look at the gap.
And if they look in their mirror, they're going to see a 24 car coming pretty quickly at them.
Fastest lap on the track, last circuit of all the cars. Belong to that man. Jeff Gordon, 2nd and 9/10 behind. Carl Edwards has led 113 laps tonight, most of the mid to late stages of the race. But now Edwards, after not pitting under that last caution, shuffled back to 4th. David Reagan running 5th, needs to win to get in, although some other circumstances could get him a place in the chase. 75 laps to go. Harvick, the race leader. Kurt Busch trying to get by Greg Biffle, 22. David Reagan in the mix there in the 6. Reagan's hopes to win, maybe get in, looking bleaker.
Yeah, but showing once again that this is just a racetrack that he enjoys running at. Another solid effort for David Reagan in this UPS Ford. So I know that he wanted to get a win, but we've seen him run around the top 5 here a number of times in the last couple of years.
In traffic, Jeff Gordon has caught Kevin Harvick.
He's there, man.
Yeah, see Harvick having, where we were mentioning he was really making time earlier was he could really let his car roll through the center. You can see him slowing down a little bit more on the entry to the corner. That speed that he was carrying through the center is now much slower.
Which way does he go? Gordon peaking high, now looking low. Can he get the traction down to get alongside Harvick? Here he comes.
Momentum. You can't beat it. Gordon's had it coming, going along for the last 3 weeks.
Not so fast.
Yeah, you see Harvick getting forced up here. Sometimes you're getting forced up. Maybe a little bit of a benefit to you. You didn't know you could actually run up there. See Gordon slipping as he tries to make the pass. So Harvick gets a little breathing room for a minute.
Gordon's going to have to use some discipline right here because he can overdrive his car, run the tires off of it, almost like Jimmy Johnson did last week when he ran down Jeff Gordon. He got right to him and then ran the tires off trying to get by him.
Now Gordon going to try that outside lane. Jeff Burton in the 31 car.
He's 8 laps down, and he's probably got fresher tires right now.
That's where I was going. He was just on pit road at lap 362. So he's going to look like Superman here coming through these guys.
Yeah, Burton had a good night going, good solid effort going, and he cut down a left rear tire going into turn 3 earlier.
Update on the 31, Dave?
No, they just pitted 2 laps ago, Alan, and when he got between the 29 and the 24, a bunch of the 29 guys were like, hey, thumbs up over to their buddy, but he goes on by him now, and he'll let the 29 and the 24 fight it out.
And again, a lot of traffic ahead for these top 2. So, for those of us who've never driven a race car at this level, certainly includes me in that group, talk about Jeff Gordon cooling down his tires or backing off and regrouping. What's he doing? Put me inside the race car.
Yeah, exactly what you just said. He is cooling down. He ran hard to get up there. You can see the back end start to kick out as he tried to make the pass on Kevin Harvick. So the experience of Jeff Gordon says, okay, now I have to cool this right rear tire off a little bit if I'm going to really be able to make a run. If he continues at that pace, he's probably just going to wear that tire even more and not have a chance. He might get a chance here in the traffic to make it on the high side, but you move up a little bit, you don't turn the wheel as much, you don't spin the tires as much. Harvick's going to give him that outside and see if he can make the pass.
Side-by-side lap traffic ahead of the race leaders as they try to go side-by-side for the lead. Which lane's going to open up?
I think Gordon can make the pass up here, but it's going to depend on if traffic will allow him to do that.
47 car, Bobby Labonte, and there he goes.
Yeah, really sideways for Harvick off of turn 2 there. Gordon just motors right on by.
We'll say Bobby Labonte's back in 24th place. Now Gordon with a little wiggle there.
Yeah, his car's not that great right now either.
Yeah, we saw him take a car that wasn't that great the last 10 laps at Atlanta where the speeds are a lot higher and get the job done too.
3rd place, Kyle Busch, 18, trying to get by Carl Edwards in the 99.
I heard Carl's team say he had to pit with about 10 to go, so that's about 10 more, 12 more laps.
If we don't see somebody run out of patience and turn somebody around.
Yeah, that or, you know, we're getting in a longer run here. You know, we have that opportunity for, Kimber, we talked about melting the bead of the tire, heating up the brakes too much and hurting. As you see, Dale Jr.'s getting ready to go down a lap once again. So we can see a lot of things happening. Carl Edwards going to stay out there as long as they possibly can and see if they can get that caution that they need.
We're live in the closing laps at Richmond, Virginia tonight. The race to the chase, kind of looking like it did when the night started, though it's been very eventful along the way. Tony Stewart in position to grab himself a place in the championship, as is Dale Earnhardt Jr. Keselowski and Hamlin in position for the wild cards, but we got 20 laps to go.
If you'd have told me before the night started that Dale Jr. was going to make 16 pit stops on the night and he was going to be able to stay in the top 10, I'd have laughed at you, but that's kind of what's happening.